Hi, I'm Rue, and I suffer from depression and anxiety. And today I would like to talk about how we cope when our routines get thrown off track. I use lists. I have lists for my lists for my lists. It keeps me on track. It keeps me knowing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing and when. I may not work anymore from outside the home, but I definitely kind of have to schedule my life like I was at work, and I kind of treat being a stay-at-home mom as work. Um, if not, with my depression, I'm really bad about losing time. Like I'll sit down, if I don't have, okay, at 11 o'clock I need to do this, and then at 2 o'clock I need to go do this, and so forth. It really, it just keeps me going in the right direction. But honestly, I can sit down if I don't have that schedule in front of me. I'll start to scroll through Facebook and I'll lose, time. And that's normal for most people. I don't think there's anybody out there that has ever gone through, sat down, started looking at something, started reading something, whatever, and then you look up and it's like, oh my word, it's 2 hours later. But somebody with depression, that is a big, 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 big thing. Losing time. I mean, I can lose almost a whole day if I don't really keep it in check, keep a watch on things. I can literally look up and literally it will be, 5 o'clock, and where's the day going? I don't know. What do I have to show for it? Nothing. I have alarms set on my phone so that I don't get lost in time or get, just even involved in cleaning something or organizing something. Or, I had an embroidery business for years and I would get involved in work and never even look at the clock, and the day was just gone. So I have to set alarms. So, my alarm is, at 2 o'clock, it's like, go pick up your daughter from school. It's like, okay. I mean, I feel kind of stupid sometimes for having to do that, but it's what works for me, and it's what I have figured out that works. What I am struggling with right now, and it may be a problem for a lot of you out there, is with this new COVID-19 thing going on. I am struggling with my routines being thrown out the window. I have, my normal routine is wake up in the morning, get dressed, get my daughter to school, come home, and I'll shower, do hair, makeup, that kind of thing. And then see where we go from there. I might have doctor's appointments, or I might have, a video to record. I might have, something that I need to tackle in the house, whatever. And I do it at that time. And then I've gotten all that stuff done by the end of my day. When I go to get my daughter at school at 2 o'clock, then I get home and I can devote being, a full-time mommy, whatever is going on, whatever she needs, whatever, homework we need to tackle, or, things we need to prepare for the next day, because she's really great at throwing things at me at the last minute, which, breaks my routine, throws me off. And I can do that and give her my undivided attention from the time we get home from school until her dad gets home, at 5:30. And then it kind of, swaps, and it goes into, nighttime routines, dinner, cleanup, that kind of thing. But right now that she's at home, and who knows for how long that's going to be. We originally were just going to be out for 2 weeks in March, and then it got extended to April the 13th. We're hearing all kinds of stuff from the CDC about, no people should gather more than 10 people at a time. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they don't go back to school this year. And all of a sudden, I am a homeschool teacher. That's scary for anybody. I can teach you how to manage your depression and anxiety, but I don't know how to, teach second grade math. I was in second grade a long time ago. So I'm struggling a little bit. I'm struggling with, the minute she opens her eyes, it's like, mama, 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 normal 7-year-old stuff. That's what they do. But my routines that I've so meticulously made for myself have just been thrown out the window. And I feel like I am just treading water as fast as I can, but sinking lower every second, just trying to stay above. Not, oh, it's tough. I am very, very fortunate. I have a stepsister that teaches first grade. Um, and, she's, of course, certified for all of elementary school. So I do have a resource that I can say, help, but it's just my routines, my systems, my routines, my lists, they all work together to keep me on track, to keep me going in the direction I need to go in. And I've made these systems and routines based around my trigger points for depression and anxiety. Learning what your triggers are, learning your triggers, not just what makes you depressed or anxious, which that helps too, but learning to see in your environment where learning what those things are that tells you you're depressed. You need to let's pick it up a little bit. Let's be aware of what's going on. Keep an eye on it. Your meds need changed. That manages the anxiety. Same thing. Am I just struggling to breathe? Break out in a cold sweat. Just angry and go from 0 to 60 in half a second because you feel like you've got a full plate and stuff's falling off the sides and nobody seems to know or notice, and it's like one person puts one more thing on your plate, you just explode. And I don't like to be an exploding mom, wife, daughter, sister, none of that. I don't like that. I like even kill. Some of my triggers that I know when I can say, I need to be paying attention, weirdly, is my bank account. If I can't tell you to the penny what is in my bank account, I need to watch out. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. That is a huge trigger for me. Every time I have had a major depressive issue, it's been there every single time. I'll make a mistake in the checking account. I'll forget to write something down. I'll forget something's coming out. I'll, whatever. I'll forget a bill completely or pay something twice. I've even done that. But it starts to show up there. That is a huge, huge, huge one for me. When I start not wanting to get dressed every day, like, okay, one day here and there, I ain't gonna lie, I will absolutely, I love my pajama days, and it's like right now, I gotta be really careful because I don't have to leave to go get my daughter, take her and pick her up from school. We got the whole world saying, stay home, don't go out. And I'm like, the inner hermit in me is like, yes, but that's not healthy. I don't need to be like that because that's a problem for me, because that's where my depression kind of rears its head and shows itself. And if I start just not wanting to get out of bed, if I want to just start staying in my pajamas all the time, I know that I need to be like, maybe we need to talk to the doctor and see about changing our medicine, or maybe I need to, find out if it is a situation. You could be coming down with a cold, or, we just got almost through flu season here, and, those things make you feel draggy and not as perky and, go get them as you might normally be. So, start to be aware when you find out those routines are not working for you, or your routine is suddenly just, you're not even referencing your routines. Those are triggers that you could be dealing with a depressive episode. And that's not fun. That's not fun for anybody. It's not fun for me as a depressed person. Certainly not fun for my family. It's not even fun for my animals. My dog, he likes to go outside. He likes to walk. He likes to, play. If I'm laying in the bed all day, we're not doing those things. Then little things start to happen. If you start just wanting to, maybe you get up out of the bed, but you're in your pajamas and you curl up in the, my favorite chair here is where I live in my house. This is my chair. Um, it, it, it can be an issue. I mean, it is definitely an issue. And it rolls into things like, then the house starts to kind of get a mess. And I don't know about you, but to me, a cluttered, messy house equals a cluttered, messy mind. I can't do it. I can't live in clutter, disarray, things going on, but unfortunately, my family don't understand that. So I've got to stay on top of it 100% all the time in order to, it's like a fight with me. It's like I have to do it. And actually, I'll wear myself out because I'll either be on it 100% and I am up every day and I am knocking it out and there's not a thing set down out of place, or I'm like, who cares? I just don't even care. It's like sometimes it just wears you out. You get tired. Depression equals tired to me. When my depression, some people are, some people depression is like, I don't eat, I don't sleep, I don't do anything. I want to be a gigantic slug and just, forget the world's not there, close them off. Some people, which I fall into this one, it equals tired. I could sleep literally around the clock. I don't want to go. I don't want to do. I just want to get into my little cocoon and my little, safe zone that I have created for myself and not let anybody in and me not go out. And I know that's not healthy. And that's not where I want to be either. But these routines getting changed, boy, it can bring that on in a heartbeat. And I have to stay so aware of what's going on around me, what's going on in my environment, what's going on within my head. I have to stay on top of that kind of thing. So, part of managing diabetes, I'm losing my mind today. Part of managing my depression, I have to manage diabetes too, but part of managing my depression is staying aware. And we have to fight. We have to fight to stay aware. We have to, if it means writing in a journal, if it means writing down everything you've done today and comparing it to all you needed to do today, whatever keeps you in track, in sync with where you need to be, keeps you going, keeps you functioning like a healthy human being. It's what we have to do. And our families, they don't know this stuff. They don't understand what's going on in our brain. They may understand it, but they don't know what it feels like. So we can't get angry at them because they don't know. Like, it's not fair for me to tell my family, be like, why are you doing this? Why are you leaving stuff out on the floor? Why did you dump your crayons out and then walk away from them and not come back to them for 2 hours? Why are we doing this? They need to know. We have to set them down and say, look, when things are all cluttered and jumbled up and out of place in the house, it makes my brain jumbled, out of place, out of sorts. And I need your help with this. Usually, most people, especially our family and those people that love us, family, friends, even some cases, coworkers, church, anybody in your circle, they want to help. They truly, truly do want to help. But in order for us to get that help, we have to be willing to talk, which goes back to the whole depression and anxiety has this huge stigmatism. It's just like, no, let's not talk about that. I don't want anybody to know. We can't truly, truly become the best that we can be unless we're willing to open up and talk and be honest about what we need. Be honest that what is going on with these changed routines, it's getting to me. it is really, really starting to get to me. And I need help. I need help with it. And I got a feeling I'm not the only person out there that's feeling like that right now. And I'm open ears here. I can pass along my experiences, what I've done, what you might can do, different things like that. Make the best routine for you right now. Like, granted, suddenly my daughter is out of school for who knows how long. And we have to keep that learning up. We're not introducing new concepts to the kids, but we have to keep them up to date with what they've learned to this point, so that when they do get back to school, whether that be, later in April, 1st of May, or maybe not at all this year. I don't know. I have no idea where we're going to end up at. We need to make routines that work for us right now. We need to make a new routine. So like now my routine looks more like, I get up, we cook breakfast, incorporate your kids. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you've suddenly got your kids, what a perfect time to teach them what you do every day. They can help. My 7-year-old, her chores are emptying the waste baskets in the house and emptying the dishwasher and anything else mama needs her to do, kind of. And I don't mean like I'm giving her a list of stuff to do at 7, but if I'm doing laundry, sometimes she'll go to the dryer, take a laundry basket, pull the clothes out of the dryer, and slide the basket, across the floor, because we're in one level here, to me, so that, if I'm in the middle of doing something else, I can, finish up what I'm doing and then start to fold a load of laundry. That's something she helps with. She loves to fold washcloths. She loves to fold towels. I'm thinking I better take advantage of this now, because she doesn't argue and complain like I'm sure she will when she hits, preteen teenagers. I won't be able to get her to do anything at that point. But right now, while she's willing and it's not a fight, fantastic time to teach your kids home ec. Basically, it's not, mandatory subject anymore at school. So what better time than when we've been thrown into this new normal than to let your kids help you, teach them how to cook. We were learning how to scramble eggs yesterday morning. I mean, it's, just little things like that. They're, sweep, but she can learn how to sweep. That's not a big deal. It's not a big thing. It's not going to be perfect. And I do kind of have to work on that one too, because I tend to be very perfectionistic, and I try to only limit that to myself. But I also know her potential, and I know what she's capable of. So sometimes we kind of butt heads up where that goes. But find your new normal. Find your new routine, and put the old routine on the back burner, because eventually they'll be back in school again. This coronavirus will be gone or cured, or we'll find some way of, a vaccine or an antibiotic, something, they'll figure something out. It's just not going to be overnight. And then once everything kind of goes back to normal, then you can bring back your routine that worked with you before. But right now, it's important to focus on what has to be done, what you would like to get done, and find a balance there to get your new routine down and go forward from there. So I would really like it if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping we can, get a big handle on this whole depression anxiety thing. I'm hoping we can get a handle on this depression and anxiety thing together by opening up and talking about it, removing the stigma from it, and just going for it. Just, be like, I don't care. It's just a chemical imbalance. Big deal. Just got to work on some stuff, do some stuff differently. I am not a medical professional in any way, shape, or form. I just happen to struggle with this myself, have struggled with this for a lot of years, and I've learned a thing or two, and I would love to be able to help somebody else. So let's go out there this week and let's find our new normal, find our new routines that will let us live our best life. Thank you.